are watching IndiaNewsTamil.com.
UEF commence each and every session with the blessings from the Almighty. And the best way of getting the Almighty blessings is starting by reading few verses from the Holy Quran. To do so, I request Brother Rashid to come and recite few verses from the Holy Quran, post which we will commence the session. Brother Rashid, over to you, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون. O mankind, we created you from a male and a female and made you into nations and tribes so that you may know one another. Indeed, the most honored among you in the sight of the Almighty is the most righteous. Surely the Almighty is all-knowing and all-aware. And hold firmly to the rope of the Almighty altogether, and do not be divided. And remember the favor of the Almighty upon you, when you were enemies and He brought you and your hearts together, and you became by His blessing brothers. And let there be among you a group who invite to goodness, encourage what is right, and discourage what is wrong. Those are the successful. These verses remind us of the importance of unity, harmony, and brotherhood among all people, and values that bring peace and strength to every society. May we rise above our differences and work together to build a more peaceful and understanding world. Jazakallah khairan. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Brother Rashid. Brother Rashid happens to be the grandson of Nawab Abdul Ali Saab. Can we all give a big round of applause for him? It means a lot. Lovely wordings, lovely qiraat. MashaAllah.
So I wish to welcome each and every one of you on this lovely occasion of the UEF Eid Milan, which is a brainchild of none other than our dear brother, Mr. Ahmed Buhari Saab. So that needs a big round of applause. I mean, I'm sure you all know what UEF is. We'll come to that soon. I'll request Dr. Ahmed Buhari Saab to say further about that. But before that, I wish to welcome. I'll start with our very dear Swami, Mr. Shrihariprasad ji, who's here with us today. So he's the founder of the Vishnu Mohan Foundation, and we have been on the dais many times, Swamiji and myself, and an excellent speaker on interfaith harmony. So that's why I met him, I personally requested that Swamiji should be here, and it is the idea of our dear brother here, Ahmed Bhai, that we'll have an interfaith dialogue. So Swamiji, a warm welcome for you. Big round of applause for Swamiji, who's here with us today. Reverend FatherSunder Raj, who's here with us today. A priest from the Christian community, a Salesian. And we requested him to be here with us today and to give a talk. And he has accepted. Janab Hakim Saab. And our dear President, Mr. Ahmed Buhari Saab, who's, I say, the engine of the train, taking everyone forward. And his idea of the 4TN 4TN, I'm sure you all know, right? It's 4 trillion economy for Tamil Nadu by 2047. That's the vision, and that's the vision of the UEF. And many of the members of the UEF are here. We'll speak on that, but I won't take much time. And Nawabzada Mohammed Asif, my dear brother, who's here on the stage. He's a very eloquent speaker. With these words, I welcome each and every one of you on behalf of my father, the Prince of Arcot, my family, the Arcot family, and mainly on behalf of the UEF and its members and directors. I welcome each and every one of you at this very historic place, the Amir Mahal. So welcome again, and we hope that we have a lovely evening.
Very good evening. Assalamu alaikum, and vanakkam to all of you. It's a fantastic turnout, as we can say. I think we have to thank each and every one of you for having taken so much of trouble to come here and attend this lovely event today. We are in a historic place. I think that goes without saying, right? No guesses for where we are. I think everybody knows where we are. Really have to thank our Nawab Saab, Abdul Ali Saab, for having very, very, very graciously agreed to allow the UEF to host its Eid Milan here 2026. I'm very grateful to Nawab Saab, Nawabzada Asif Ali, Nasser. It's just incredible. I think they've just been very, very warm, and I was totally taken back with Nasser Bhai. I felt so small. As soon as I came in, he came and said, "I am at your service." I said, for a moment, Nawabzada at my service, that's like the ultimate, this is something like, and Nawab, what do you call you, Asia? My niece Asia is also here. Thankfully, she's married to Nasser Bhai, so we're also sort of related by family. Very honored with that. So very, very happy to have all of you here. In fact, the relationship with Nawab Saab's family is now touching its 4th generation. Very happy, Nawab Saab. I think we started off from my father's time with Nawab Saab's father, Nawab Ghulam Muhammad Abdul Qadir Sahib, and my father, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Our relationship started with that. And then with Nawab Saab, we have continued that relationship. Then, of course, with Asif Bhai, Nasser, we have continued the relationship further. And, of course, with all their children, Rashid, Isa, everybody, we're taking this. So it's almost a 4th generation relationship. Very, very honored and privileged, that we can take this wonderful relationship forward. In fact, Asif Bhai, he never forgets to mention that he was a student in our school. And he said, I was studying there when I was 5 years old, or 5th standard.
5 years.
Oh, he was 5 years old. So no guesses for how old he is right now, right? So, how old, bhai? 25. Yeah, so he studied in our school as well. And then, so you can imagine, the type of relationship we have as a family. Very, very honored with that. And of course, we have to thank the Reverend Father, Sundar Raj, who's come here today. And of course, our very, very respected Swamiji, Shrihariprasad, founder of the Vishnu Mohan Foundation. We are very, very honored, Swamiji. Thank you so much. Dr. Hakim, who has come over all the way from Calicut, to the advisory committee members, office, sponsors, SIS, my brother Muhammad Ali, my brother Abdul Qadir, Ashraf, everybody who's come forward, Dr. Abul Hassan, who very graciously have come forward to support this event. We just heard the azan. I think you just heard the azan right now, right? I think for most of you who know, this is a call to prayer, and we have it 5 times a day. But I think the beauty about this great nation, our community, our society, is how everything is so seamlessly intertwined. One corner you hear an azan, another side you hear a sermon, another here you hear a bhajan. For us, it's just music to our ears, if I can say that. I think it's nothing which has been, we all come from a place called Kilakarai, deep down in Rameshwaram, near Rameshwaram. There too, in our community, we have all 3, be it a church, a mosque, a temple, everything within the vicinity. And it's just been seamless. It has been absolutely seamless. And this is what we're here to celebrate. Celebrate unity, celebrate harmony, celebrate diversity, and all that we can achieve together when we put our hands together. I'm sure I don't have to remind any of you that such unity and harmony is the bedrock of any nation which will have to grow and prosper. In today's day and age, we are seeing so much of hatred, so much of war which is going on. There is so much of uneasiness among community members in the name of religion, in the names of community, and we are seeing nations devastated. We heard a president recently mention that he is going to annihilate a civilization. In public, made a statement everywhere. Is this a type of world that we want to live in? Every moment, worried about what's going to be next, what's going to happen, which leader is going to come from here and say what, right? And divide communities where there's actually no division. I still remember going to meeting some people up north. I was there at a meeting with one of my colleagues, and the senior lady, judge, looked at me and she said, I'm very happy to see both of you together. My colleague Balaji and I were together, and she just looks at her and said, you are Ahmed Buhari, and this is Balaji. And how come both of you are sitting together and working? And I'm like, we've been colleagues for 20, 25 years, and this has never, ever occurred to me that this is anything alien. I've never even for a moment thought, Balaji is here. I think, Balaji, are you here somewhere? Yeah, he's there, thank you. So I never ever thought it was something alien, that you'll have somebody from another, community. So just normal. And I think that's the beauty about Tamil Nadu and many parts of India. I think that is the, if this type of harmony is what is actually going to make the nation a Vishwaguru. I think this is what we need to demonstrate, that this is what India is all about. And this event is to commemorate that great relationship that we cherish. Nobody can divide us. Nobody can divide us. It's unity which is going to keep us together, right? And it's evident. We've got a father here. We've got Hakim Saab here. We've got Swamiji here. And it's nothing normal. It is nothing abnormal for us. This is something that we would, normally see anywhere. And we're all human beings at the end of the day. So I really want to thank everybody for having come here and, been part and parcel of this lovely event. A little bit about the United Economic Forum. This is our chamber, which was started by my father in 1979. And as you can see, the name UEF stands for the United Economic Forum. But what we need to note here today is the united part, right? Aren't we all here for uniting one another? That's the whole purpose. And here is this gentleman, our father, respected founder, which had this foresight to have this forum, which is called as the United Economic Forum, which aims to bring all the people together, in terms of for developing the nation and beyond. Our institutions, we're very fortunate. My father's in educational institutions and whatnot, we have about 18,000 students studying in all our institutions, completely diverse backgrounds, right from faculty to teachers, everything. And I think that's something our family takes great pride in, and promoting the unity and education. And inshallah, we will continue on that great legacy. As for UEF, we're about 500 members in the chamber. And we've got stalwarts here like Suresh Sambandam, and then Kalimullah Sharif came and said that we introduced the 4 trillion concept. But I think he's the original granddaddy of the Tamil Nadu 1 trillion vision. So I think he deserves a big round of applause. Suresh Sambandam, the founder of KISPLO is here, Mr. Kumaravel is here, and so many esteemed guests are here. But since we touched upon the 1 trillion, 4 trillion, I think 4 trillion will not happen without 1 trillion, obviously, right? So that's where we have to start, and we'll have to go on. And so like my colleague Kalimullah Sharif was mentioning, one of the really, really audacious goals that we sort of, took a leaf from Suresh's ideas, took a leaf from what the state has the potential, the background and whatnot. So 4TN was the vision. And then how about calling that, how about all of us working towards what we call as the Unnada Tamilagam, right? And Unnada Tamilagam. And let's put it this way, without unity, there can be no Unnadam. And I had one of my colleagues here, Dr. Raja Hussain, we were discussing Unnada Tamilagam, right? And I think Unnadam means inspirational, if I'm not mistaken. Suresh can correct me if I'm wrong. Very inspirational, forward thinking, ahead, and all that, So that was the plan. That is the plan, Unnada Tamilagam, for which 4 trillion will be the pillars, one of the pillars. And of course, he came up with the brilliant terminology, and he comes and says, Unnada Bharadam. And I think that was a terminology which really appealed. A very, very inspirational nation. Why just a community, or why just a state? Why not the entire country aspire to inspire the world? And I think that's exactly what the Prime Minister says when we want the nation to become Vishwaguru. So maybe from the Tamil parlance we can say an Unnada Bharadam is what? An Unnada Tamilagam and an Unnada Bharadam is what we are working towards. But as we are working towards an Unnada Bharadam and an Unnada Tamilagam, probably one thing which is going to be the bedrock, the foundation, are going to be what you call as the values, the harmony, the unity. Nothing is going to happen if we are not going to have this, right? We've seen nations which have been devastated. We're just looking at what's happening. We see it around the world all the time. We've got all sorts of countries which have been devastated because of, communal disharmony. We've had countries like Sri Lanka, and Afghanistan, and Pakistan, and so many countries, who've really been devastated because there's not been communal harmony. And that's exactly what we're trying to support here. Bharadam, Jai Hind, Vanakkam, Varga Tamilagam, Assalamu alaikum.
See, in UEF, it is very, very important that we, economics is at the core. And in order to move forward in terms of economics, thank you, it is very, very important that we accept differences, we respect differences, and in fact, we need to celebrate differences. One of the initiative of now is celebrating differences. And to celebrate these differences, I would like to call upon Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji. I would love to, we invite you to come here and then share a few words, or be seated and then you can share a few words. Swamiji, 1 minute, yeah.
So I'm very happy to be here. Your Highnesses, Your Excellency, Namasarvebhya. That is my respects to everyone here. There are so many people, so it's easier to say. My respects to everyone who is here. So this idea of interfaith is the idea of universal harmony. That is something which goes against the basic thinking of the person who has just evolved. He thinks of, or she thinks of, I and mine. Always on this is how the world goes, on this idea of I and mine. Now, interfaith, harmony, all these things, you have to transcend the idea of I and mine. So your mind has to understand that you are not just yourself and your body, you are not your family, you are not your community, you are more than that. So that is something which is difficult for the people to think of. So that is why people just think of themselves, pushing themselves forward and looking after their own interests. If they do anything for other people, it's only as a means to enhance their own ability, their strength, and so on. But we are seeing a huge group here, all of whom believe in transcending these things, who believe in harmony. So there is hope that God wants us to cross over all these difficulties. That are people who want to. In one of the old manuals of success, for every thing we had manuals in the old days. So the manuals of success, Artha Shastra, in that it is said, these people are mine, those people are not. That is how people, the trivial-minded, the small-minded people think. But to the noble-minded, the whole world is everyone is the child of Bhudevi, that is Mother Earth. The whole world are children of Mother Earth. So that is something which people find difficult to understand, because I am somebody important, those people are not. That's how we think. But this is saying that everybody is important. Everybody we must follow. Everyone is following their way. Frederick the Great said, everyone must find their own way to heaven. So like that, each person must find their own way. And like Krishna said, he says in the Gita that in whichever way people approach me, in that way do I fulfill them. It is my way in which people walk every way. And he also says, those who don't follow my teaching, I support them, I increase their faith in whatever they follow. So this is the basis of why India is such a peaceful place compared to the rest of the world. And also that idea that we must think there is a small 2-verse hymn in the Veda which says that let us be together, let us think together, let us talk together, let our prayers be together, let our offerings be together, let us sing together, let us be happy together. So that is something which is the spirit of India, that everyone must be together and everyone must stay together. So, in the small principality where my father's family ruled, there, if you stand in the Krishna temple, you can see the mosque, the synagogue, and the church built by them. They maintained 11 mosques, 27 churches, and 40 temples. So, this is something which I have from the time my 18th year. I have always been dreaming of bringing people together, making them understand that all paths lead to the same goal. My guru said that God realization is on the peak. All the paths on that mountain lead to the peak. But it is difficult and it is not easy to climb. Those who climb on top know that all the paths lead to the highest. But those who are standing around the foothill, those people keep fighting about which is the best way. So this is what I was taught. This is what I have inherited. And this is the last words which my guru taught me. There was a young lady who had come. She was a Christian. So, but my guru asked her, do you say the Vishnu Sahasranam? Do you go regularly to the temple? So she looked at me and smiled as to what can she say for that. So I said, Sadhguru, she doesn't go to the temple, she goes to the church. She doesn't read the Sahasranam, she reads the Bible. So then she turned to me, this is just a day before she passed away. And she said, it doesn't matter where she prays or to whom she prays, but whether she prays and how she prays. So that is the spirit. That is the spirit, and that is what India is all about. And this is a person who experienced it and taught it in her life. And I hope that we will all be able to walk on that path, reach that summit of the mountain, and that there will be happiness, prosperity, and contentment in our land. Shri Krishna Prabhu. Shri Sadguru Prabhu.
Before you call our Reverend Father, I wish to mention that the month of Ramzan is about fasting. And as you all know, food brings people together. That's what we believe in. That's what Amir Mahal believes in. We promote a lot of events which involves art, culture, food, education, sports. Why I'm saying this, in the month of Ramzan, we fast for 30 days. The Muslims fast for 30 days from sunrise to sunset. And in our masjid, the Walaja Masjid, which is now headed by my brother here, Nasir Ali, as the agent, as the head of the endowments, 1,200 people, they break the fast every evening for 30 days. 1,200 people. And you know who feeds them? All 1,200, every single day for 30 days for the last 40 years, 40. Members of the Sindhi community from the Sufidar temple, they come there, the MDs and CEOs and the bosses of companies, and they serve with their own hands under the leadership of Mr. Ashok Kupchandani. You have fed 1,200 into 30 into 40. He's here with us today. But I wanted to mention this, a very great gesture by the Sindhi community to feed 1,000 people every day. Thank you so much.
Without further ado, I would like to call upon Father Sundaraj Saab to come and then inspire us with few words. Over to you.
Dear brothers and sisters, respected leaders of various religions and denominations, a warm greetings to all of you. Looking at this beautiful crowd coming together, journey together with regard to the unity, brotherhood, harmony, I will add one more concept, solidarity with the other people also brings a lot of joy and happiness into our society. It is said that, my dear friends, small minds discuss people. Average minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. This is the best gesture what we see here, and one of the best show that we are going to show to other people too. I would like to thank, I'm really honored and I'm really delighted to be here because I'm called upon to talk about this unity and brotherhood and harmony and solidarity. I think looking at the stage, the dais, people walking in all different religions and different cultures, this is one of the best examples that we see on the dais, that we journey together, we walk together to reach the highest point. I think talking about the harmony, it's God's dream for humanity. We know that it is said in the Bible, God has created every human being in His image and likeness of Him. So which means that harmony, God's dream is actually, it's not about simply talking about the conflict or maintaining the silence in the face of differences. But a true harmony is very active and positive relationship where people respect one another, understand each other, and peacefully despite differences. We see that. So this means every individual in our state, in our country, in the world, we see, my dear people, is that the dignity must be really kept up. The dignity of every human. Before talking about the religion, whatever the religion I belong to, before that, do I really show the humane? Am I a basically human person? This is very, very important. Before going to touching the cultures, religion, and other parts of any life that we are dealing with. So when we recognize harmony becomes very natural, because to begin we see not enemies or outsiders, but the persons worthy of respect, respecting each other. So the harmony, my dear friends, I think requires lots of effort, as many people or eminent persons who are taken upon these organizers make this day a very beautiful one. And we take home from this ground, there may be a holy ground, what are we going to take home? In order to build up the harmony is that listening with patience with the others. First and foremost happens the family, with kith and kin, our own relatives. So listening with patience, speaking with respect, and being open to learning. So this is how we are going to bring harmony into our setup, into our cultures, into our religion, and into our state and into our country. We see that harmonious way of living together. We see that there's a keyboard is here, a harmonium we call, no? So this harmonium, the keyboard has got black keys and white keys. And it produces beautiful music. It produces beautiful music because clubbing together everything, perfection and imperfection put us together, and the harmony can be really built up. The unity, next point that I would like to focus, my dear friends, this evening, we have a lot of differences. Actually, rich in heritage. Differences are not for divisions, but the unity that Jesus Christ himself, that all of you may be in one. That's how it is said in the Bible, that all you may be one, which means there is no divisions. And Jesus does not speak about the uniformity, but the unity and the purpose it talks about. So, unity beyond differences, we have lots of diversity, cultures, and many. It's very, very rich in our country. Every state has got its own richness. Putting the nation together, the unity comes. Even talk about the fingers that we have. The hand. Every finger has got its own purpose. And valid purpose, very important. These 5 fingers put together, and a lot of strength we see in the hand. I don't want to enumerate the duties or the functions of this. So the unity comes there, my dear friends. We remain faithful to our own beliefs. And we respect and beliefs of others also, to respect other beliefs. We seek common values and peace, justice, and compassion. And thirdly, I would like to project, my dear friends, brotherhood. Brotherhood in all aspects are our human family, and it's very important. And Jesus himself gives, actually, in the parable of Good Samaritan, every school, irrespective of any religion, they conduct a Samaritan Day. What for? To promote the brotherhood. To brotherhood. So irrespective of caste, color, creed, religion, I think love and compassion is projected is on brotherhood. Love and compassion. That's how Jesus says in that story. A priest goes to perform the rituals, and the Levite goes there, half dead there, and a fellow is there. And the Samaritan comes there and takes upon this wounded soldier and goes to the inn and he treats him. Jesus does not talk about the religion. He talks about love, compassion, and really concern for the other people. And lastly, my dear friends, I think solidarity. That's what I saw in the clippings there. It is not a profit. UEF. It is also calls us for responsibility. Responsibility to the society, responsibility to the nation. So see beyond labels and care for one another and build up relationship on trust. So standing together and solidarity that all of us have to put into practice. So, standing with the poor and the marginalized, all of us. All the religions talk about that. Islam, Hindu religion, and Christian. Everybody talks about really standing with the poor and the marginalized, speaking with people who have no voice in the community, working for justice and equality, supporting the underprivileged, promoting education and health care. This is what happening actually now. All the religions, everybody goes beyond all the religions, but the humane is being respected. The society is taken forward, move forward to the right position. So, standing against injustice and discrimination also, solidarity is also asking not just what can I do for myself, instead, what can we do for the others? That's what Swamiji was actually focusing about. It's talking about we, not I. So finally, my dear friends, the practical guidelines that all of us have to try to put into practice is that I'm so glad organize the regular meetings and with the religions, different leaders. So interfaith dialogue is very, very important to promote really the unity and they promote all the cultures and the beliefs and so on and so forth. And participate really respectfully another celebration, whether it is a Bakrid or whether it is a Deepavali or it's a Christmas, whatever it is, we do that. We also participate and we are very happy about it. And these are some of the things that all of us have to take home and reflect and put into practice. And my dear friends, we may pray differently. We may believe differently, but we are all part of the human family. We are all part of the human family. Peace replaces the conflict. Love replaces hatred. Unity shines in diversity. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you, Father. Very well said. Very kind of you. Thank you so much, Father. Okay, before we finish, before we go for dinner, I would like to request our Hakim Saab to just say a few words before we go for dinner. Hakim Saab.
الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Respected dignitaries, dear friends, we all are waiting just to finish this program and to have our socialization. Eid Milan. Eid is the Eid al-Fitr. Fitr means breaking. So as Asif Ali's Nawabzada Sahib was mentioning, 30 days fasting, 1 day break. So al-Fitr means break. So you cannot fast on that day. That is a day of celebrating happiness among the human being. Alhamdulillah, when this UEF conducted this program and brother Ahmed Buhari, Hafizahullah, invited me, I just came from Calicut only for this function because he and his brother, they all came there in Marcus Knowledge City, which we established in 120 acres, a very vast education institutions, a wellness center, hotel, the largest cultural center, and so on in one place. They came and see, alhamdulillah, many of the people from Chennai came there. When you speak about the harmony, I just want to tell you one story. It is not a big story. In Calicut, if you come in the middle of the Calicut city, as a signature or the landmark of the Calicut city is Mananchira Square. Mananchira is a pond. The story behind it, Sheikh Jifri, the Islamic spiritual leader of Calicut of that time, when Tipu Sultan came to Calicut, he was the disciple of Jifri Tangal. So Jifri Tangal, Tipu asked my peer, what you want as a hadiah for you as a gift? Sheikh said, I want water for people. Then he asked the king of Calicut, Zamiri, can you give some land? Manavikram Chakravarti from Calicut, he gifted the land and Tipu made the pond, and the advice given by Sheikh Jifri, still this pond is used for drinking water, only for drinking water. This is the great sign of Calicut for the communal harmony. And Swami Shrihariprasad ji, he is my neighbor, he is from Calicut, he is from Trichur, Kerala. and Sundar Raj ji, Francis Father ji, also from a Christian community. And here, we have a humanity, Adamiyya. Adam means human. Adam came from paradise to India. Now it is in Adam Mount is in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka and India was together upon a time. Then he went walking to Mecca for Hajj 40 times. And he met his Eve in Arafah. So now we are between two Eid, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Akbar. So Adamiyya means every human being, they are live together. Belief is for our purpose of hereafter, for the success in our life. Alhamdulillah. So if you have unity, tranquility, you have humanity and unity among you, of course, your economic forum will be very successful. 4 trillion for Tamil Nadu. I'm from Malabar. Malabar is a province of Madras state earlier. So we are part of you, inshallah. So thank you so much for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. A special thanks to Nawabzada Sahab, Nawab Sahab and his Nasser Sahab and Safali Sahab and all brothers here. And I would like to take this opportunity to invite all of you to see the largest of the new model masjid and the best wellness center and the education center in Marcus Knowledge City. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Anyone guess what I'm reading? Whoever destroys a life is considered he has destroyed the entire world. And whoever has saved a life is like he has saved the entire humanity. What am I reading here? Say it louder. You all think it's the Quran. It is the Quran, but this is a line in the scriptures of the Jews. The Talmud, Mishnah, Sanhedrin, chapter number 4, verse number 5 of the Jewish community, which reads, whoever destroys a life, he has destroyed mankind, and whoever has saved a life has saved the entire mankind. So what I'm trying to say here is, this is what is taught in all the religions, to be together. But unfortunately, some extremists are there who happen to be the face of that religion by the media and the social media, especially. So we have to keep away from that nonsense and be united as one brothers and sisters. That's why we are all here today. I once again thank our dear friend here, Mr. Ahmed Buhari, for giving us the opportunity to host this at the historic Amir Mahal. And the grand finale, I want to request my father, the Prince of Arcot, who started the concept of the interfaith harmony here by forming an association called Harmony India. Mr. N. Ram was the president. He is the founder. Mr. Kamal Hassan, the actor, was also the vice president, and many other members from all faiths.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Very good evening. There's too much of light. This is a very good occasion here that we have a lot of people from different communities belonging to different religions who are all assembled here. Our belief is, my belief, my forefathers' belief, that we are all one. We are the children of one God. We are maybe our way of worshipping, our way of holy books are different, but ultimately we are not strangers. Like I always used to say that we depend on oxygen. If there is no oxygen, we will die. The same thing applies when there is no secularism, the India will die. So we are all Indians and we should always be like brothers and sisters. India is a very good country, very peaceful country, provided we all are equally, we go ahead with the unity and harmony at all times. That should be there always. And myself and Mr. N. Ram of the Hindu chairman, we have done a lot of activities some years before. Now there is Tamil Nadu and Chennai is very peaceful. There is no need to say harmony, harmony, harmony. Already harmony is there. So may God bless all of us. Let us not come under the clutches of any political leaders. Please don't come. They are only for themselves. They are not for the public. They want votes. When the old election comes, they will come with begging bowls. Aya, Amma, Appa. Once the election is over, we don't know who you are. So let us, India is a great country. We must promote India in all means, that it is without unity and without love and affection, the India cannot survive. Any government in the country, without taking the minority community, they cannot succeed in any manner. The government should take all of us together, irrespective of caste, creed or religion. Then only India can survive. India can be one of the leading countries in the world. My dear sisters and brothers, apart from our children studying in English convents and colleges, all of us, irrespective of caste, creed or religion, must also give education of religion. If my children are Muslims, we have to give education on Islam. A Hindu child should be given education on Hinduism. A Christian should be given education on Christianity. Please don't hate each other. Please. We must live together and we must also promote peace and harmony in our country. Thank you very much. We hope whatever I have said, if I said rubbish, you can tell me get out. I am prepared to get out from here. But my forefathers, we ruled this state of, not state, this area was known as Carnatic, which includes today's Tamil Nadu, a portion of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, and the coast of Sri Lanka was known as Carnatic. So we were known originally as Nawabs of Carnatic, and our Chepak Palace on Marina Beach, where today it houses PWD offices, Senate House, University of Madras, all it was built by my great-great-grandfather, Nawab Muhammad Ali Walaja. Nawab Muhammad Ali Walaja was a real secular ruler from the depth of his heart. He promoted peace, he donated a lot of lands to Muslims, to Hindus, to Christians, to everyone. The same thing, we also continue in the same footsteps of our forefathers. We don't expect any favor from any government. We never expect to be an MP or a minister or anything. No. God knows that we always promote peace from the depth of our heart. But I once again request all of you, give your children the best education in religions, whatever religion is there. Then only India can be one of the greatest countries in the world. Thank you very much. I hope now you are all hungry. If you delay much more, I don't know what you will do to us. I am very proud of my son, Asif, who is doing a lot of social service, social work, in promoting peace and harmony in sports, in music, in everything. Thank you very much to all of you. May God bless you. May God keep us all under special care and protection. Let us pray to Almighty God to stop this war which is going on, Iran, US and Israel. Nothing we are going to achieve, nothing. Only the deaths will take place, the people will die, the buildings will fall. So both sides, whether he is Jerusalem or Iran, whoever may be, let us stop this war, let us keep quiet, let us shut our mouth, let us promote our muhabbat and peace. That is what my message. Let us don't come under the clutches of any politician. Be love and affectionate to each other. Thank you very much.
He is the head of the RSS of the Anna Nagar Shaka. Yeah, but we need people, youngsters, to come forward, to bring people together and unite us and make India even greater. Thank you for being here, man. And thank you, Ram. Where is Ram? Thank you, Ram.
First of all, the Prince of our court deserves a huge round of applause. He has always been an inspiration, not just to me, to many people in the society, in our community, as a beacon of hope, fostering secularism and upholding brotherhood. Please, a huge round of applause. Thank you so much. It's truly a delight always to be amongst any event, whatever event or wherever the event is, which is hosted by our visionary leader, Brother Ahmed Buhari. It is truly a delight to be a witness of your events, your get-togethers and your gatherings. Thank you so much for bringing all of us here together to witness this joyous occasion. Eid Mubarak to each and every one of you. I would also like to thank each and every members, speakers on the dais, Swamiji, Father, the Hakim Sahab, and also Nawabzada Mohammed Asif Ali for hosting this wonderful gathering. Please, a huge round of applause for the Nawabzada. Thank you so much. I don't want to take much time of yours. I wanted to keep my speech short and crisp because the dinner is getting cold, so I don't want to take much time of yours. Thank you so much for being here. It's truly been a wonderful event, wonderful evening. God bless all and Eid Mubarak. Thank you.
You are watching IndiaNewsTamil.com.